What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 1 of Nerdy Over 30, the podcast where we talk about movies, games, and everything pop culture. I'm Jonathan. I'm here with T-Bud and David.
What's up?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Today we have a very special guest, one of my good friends. Very happy he was able to come on. He's an actor, comedian, writer, Jermaine Fowler. What's going on, bro?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, Worm. Appreciate that. Can I call you Worm? I don't know.
Yes. You can call me.
Okay.
Cool. What's up? My nickname's Worm.
What up,
Might as well go with it. Cool. So, go ahead, Worm.
So, recently you've been in Coming to America, Judah and the Black Messiah. You've been killing it lately, bro.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You've been killing it. So when we met, you are the biggest Eddie Murphy fan, and that's kind of how we started talking with each other, was Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
So for me, when I found out that you were going to be in Coming to America, it blew my mind. I was like, wow, that's complete full circle. So what was it like working with Eddie Murphy, man?
I mean, like, it was incredible, dude. Like, truly, he's one of the reasons why. He is the reason why I wanted to be a stand-up comedian. He's the reason why, and I was always quoting every single bit from Delirious and Raw, Coming to America, everything. Everything he's done, I've always just, been impacted by. So when I moved to New York, at that time I got a job over at Billabong, and this is where I met, Worm. We hit it off immediately. Eddie Murphy jokes, crazy movies, just random bits that we would do around the store. And it was,
Eddie Murphy Raw is like the all time,
Yep.
like the Eddie, like that's like the funniest.
Well, that's why we got along so well, because kids our age at that time, nobody really knew about that. So when we found somebody else who knows these comedy specials, we were like, really? Oh, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how was the process? Sorry to cut you up. How was the process like starting stand-up? That's a super intimidating thing. Like, how did you get over the jitters? Like, I mean, did you just go for it? Like, how was that process?
There were always nights where I was nervous, and there were always nights that I wasn't sure how things were going to turn out. I think the jitters go away when you're that young and that excited to just do something different with your life. The jitters went away. I mean, they never really go away. They're always there. Even now, like after COVID, like I haven't been on stage in about a year almost, and to go on stage still feels weird right now. It feels weird. So the jitters don't really go away. I think that's a good thing. It just means you care. And it means that,
I mean, you had an awesome stand-up though. Like the Give 'Em Hell kid, the one that was on Show and Top, and now they're playing on Prime. That was a really awesome stand-up.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
That was really funny.
Thank you, dude. All those jokes were jokes I was doing in New York at the time. And I was sick of doing them, so I wanted to put them. I just wanted to document them. Yeah, I'm glad I did. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it.
I was about to say that joke it was in the beginning of the stand-up, but the joke when you made about the bus driver trying to get the seat for the old lady.
So the chivalry joke.
New York City. That's the quintessential New York City story, because that happened to me too.
New Yorkers don't know that even when New Yorkers are trying to be nice, they're being really fucking mean. And that's basically the joke, is this guy is trying to do the right thing, but he sounds like an asshole.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's the New York thing to do. It's like the funniest thing.
Right. I worked on that bit like almost every Monday at Upright Citizens Brigade, the UCB, on near Christie's in whatever neighborhood that was at. What neighborhood was that? Chelsea.
Oh yeah.
So that is that bit was, I just remember working on every single bit. Those bits are probably, at that time, those bits were 10 years old probably.
Yeah. I remember you would come up with some good bits just from stuff that happened at Billabong, like with what was that kid's name? And you did the salad bit with him at Subway, because he always asked for. You know who I'm talking about, Alfie.
Julian? Who?
No, what was his name? Man, I forgot his name.
Julian?
No, but I forget who he was. But he was a really hood kid that we would go on break with, and then we'd go to Subway, and then he would get lettuce, but instead of asking for lettuce, he'd be like, "Yo, you get some more salad?" And he put his hand over.
Oh, he would call the lettuce salad. Like the whole thing makes a salad, and he called. I forgot his name, dude.
Alfie, that's his name, Alfie.
Alfie. I remember Alfie. Yes, I remember Alfie. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That was crazy. I still remember all those folks from that store, dude. That was my first job in New York, and they hired me because I knew how to hold a skateboard.
I actually never knew that. I never knew that's why you got the job.
Well, because I walked in, they probably thought I was some, like, I brought in a skateboard, and they were testing me. I had a good resume, but they were like, "Hey, bro, where do you hold when you walk? How do you hold your skateboard?" And I walked on with the nose in my hand, not the trucks, because they don't like when you hold the trucks. And I was like, there was a test, and they were like, "So you don't hold it from the trunks?" I said, "You mean the trucks?" And he was like, "You're hired." And I was like, "Is that really the screener for working here? Or is that I know how to skate?" It was funny, and I was like, "Thanks, I guess. Cool, man." I guess they wanted some actual people they could hang out with after work, and that worked.
Yeah, man.
Me and one we would bomb down the Lower East Side, Chinatown, and go get some food after work. I was always behind because I didn't know where I was going, so it was just like Mighty Duck V of skaters trying to get some food.
I remember we would go to Hoboken, New Jersey with Chopper in them. Remember?
That was fun, man. That was the most tiring trek I've ever been on, and I hiked. Skating down to Jersey, I was like, I know that was possible. I still don't know if that's possible. How do we do that? Was there a bridge?
I think we took the shuttle train to Hoboken, and then we skated all the way through Jersey to that skate park, and then it was crazy.
Wow, that was fun. Hoboken's dope, man. I like Hoboken. I like how flat like that park was. And
so are you still, we are older now. Are you still skating?
Yeah. When I can. I don't really.
I was actually wondering the same thing.
Well, I don't really go hard like I used to.
You gotta protect yourself.
Yeah, that's true. I do. Yeah. I can't. Like last time I went really hard. I think I broke my ankle. It was a really bad sprain. I think I broke it. I never went anywhere to get it checked because I was broke. So I decided to just heal it at home, and it's still not even fully like healed. So I still have like Vietnam flashbacks. Of hitting the heel flip and rolling my ankle that bad. So I don't go too hard because I'm still kind of timid about it.
Yeah.
I still roll though.
Dope.
Yeah.
So after your stand-up, like the one you did for Showtime, like you were on like a high for a while, right? You were in movies with Lakeith Stanfield, and then your freaking movie with Eddie Murphy, and now Coming to America is the most popular movie in the world, like streaming, which is crazy. Yeah. So how was like the auditions for those? Like movies with Lakeith Stanfield. He's on a high too right now.
Well, Lakeith's doing great. Yeah. He's awesome. I love Lakeith. He's amazing. And I was I got the. Well, I'm really happy for his nomination. I hope. Just awesome. So many great people part of this amazing year. The Oscars. So I hope. I'm happy for everybody, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, Lakeith Stanfield and Daniel Kaluuya had a nomination.
Yeah, Stephen Yeun, like it's a great class of actors right now, and I'm happy they're all being commended for their work. I guess back to your Coming to America audition question was, I had one audition and went well. I didn't think I would get it until I got the call back and felt they liked the audition. I was like, okay. And I had this thought, like, do I want to do the same thing I did in the audition, do something new? And I took a chance on doing something a little bit new. The director enjoyed my appointment, my audition. And I got a call from Boots Riley. He directed Sorry to Bother You and told me that I got the role. And I was confused because I'm like, you're not a producer on this movie, nor are you my agent or manager. How do you know? That's crazy. And he said, yeah. He just told me he was at the All Black Film Festival in Miami, and the producers of the film were down there talking about the audition. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it was pretty normal audition process. Pretty normal.
Then you got the movie, and then Leslie Jones was your mother in Coming to America.
Yeah. That
That's freaking
is basically
ridiculous.
what happened, dude. That is basically what happened. That's a fact.
Yeah, man. So how was it being on set with like all those like Tracy Morgan, Eddie Murphy, Wesley Snipes? Like that must have been crazy to be with so many legends in one.
Blade, man, Blade. Crazy.
Fucking Blade. Wesley's awesome. He was very dedicated to the role, so he stayed in character the entire time. He was, and
Bro, freaking Wesley's walk though.
Yeah.
Hardest walk I've ever seen, man.
Yeah, he brought a lot of swag, but he was very he took a lot of care with the characters, and he did a lot of research, and he immersed himself into the role. I really appreciate that. A lot of folks don't do that, especially for a comedy. I thought that was really cool. It just really brought some more layers and depth to the film. I thought that was great. Then you had Arsenio. Arsenio's amazing. He so funny. He's just so funny.
People, man. Coming to America is like the most, like one of the most all-time like favorite films. So it's like you can't mess it up. Even the sequels, like like 30 years or so later, you can't mess it up.
It's easy to if you don't bring in the people that made it great the first time around, and everyone came back, so they all understood what the film was about. I thought that was important. They did that, and I think movies are better for that. You got to respect the fans from the original, and but bring something new. Don't try to repeat or redo something that made it work 32 years ago. And I thought the subject matter and the theme was really modern and just fresh. So I think that was a good choice.
Yeah, for sure. No, Eddie Murphy was.
What was like one of your favorite scenes in the movie, like personally, in Coming to America too? Like, what was something that stood out to you that you thought was really fun?
Which Coming to America?
What do you mean? In Coming to America, like what was your favorite?
America.
Coming to America.
Yeah.
Oh,
part two.
Yeah.
Your favorite part that you played a role in.
I let you get the rhythm. I was like, I wanted to make sure.
Coming to America.
My favorite scene is watching Eddie and Sherry argue in the bedroom while she was drunk.
Oh man, that was so
amazing performance. Yeah, she's great. She gave an amazing performance in that role. And in the scene with Eddie mopping in McDowell's with John Amos.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Sherry, she aged so well. She looked exactly almost the same as she did.
Everybody looks great. Everybody looks great. Even James Earl Jones, who was 90-some years old, looks great.
That was
great. No, he still looks 50, like he did in Conan.
Dude, he had some. I liked his scenes as well. I love the scenes with James Earl Jones.
Yeah, This Is When I Die.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. I was like, wait, did he really?
Yeah,
oh wait,
I thought that was great, man. I love that scene. I love the whole funeral scene was really good. Yeah.
Did anyone struggle?
You even had a scene where you
struggle? I'm sorry, Dave, go ahead.
You even had a scene where you were rapping.
Yeah.
Was that a first for you?
Rapping?
Yeah.
Rapping. No, rapping is. I've been rapping since middle school. I rap in the car. My Instagram videos just me rapping most of the time.
Oh, sure.
I like rap. I like rapping, man. I like singing. So doing it in front of a bunch of people was different though, but it felt good. The only thing that I was nervous about was maybe, I never heard that song before. I didn't know that was Prince rapping. So that was crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a Prince song. And I was like, what? Prince rap? I didn't know that. The rap good. That was cool. I just wanted to kind of do the song justice, and I didn't want to. Prince has got some big shoes to fill, man. I didn't want to ruin that.
No,
so that was
it came out awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
Did you struggle in some scenes? Like I'm sure filming with Eddie Murphy is like ridiculous. Like how much outtakes were there?
Oh man, I don't think I struggled. There were times when we all, we would laugh and have a good time. There were times when Arsenio would giggle, would say something in your ear, and it would be the funniest thing you heard all day, and try to break you and stuff.
Yeah. Arsenio? Oh, I thought Eddie would do that. I thought Eddie would have done that.
Eddie has amazing stories. Eddie has amazing stories. He was just he's just seen so much, and he's done so much. Hearing him talk about him coming up and this whole industry was awesome to just kind of be around and listen to. He was great. Leslie was always making everybody laugh. Lunel was always making everybody laugh. Tracy had a boombox, played music in between takes. It was pretty cool, man. It was a family vibe actually.
Everyone together in that one scene, that must have been ridiculous. Like especially like all the heavy hitters, Tracy, Eddie, Arsenio, Leslie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I watched all of them. I watched every single one of them. I think they're just so they're legends, dude. So I was very fortunate. I got to be a part of that, that family of ours and those scenes in this film. So, it was cool. It was just so cool. It was really cool, man. I'll just never forget all that shit, man. It was a great experience, man.
I mean, it looked like everybody was enjoying themselves. Like the whole vibe of every scene was like, it was awesome.
I kind of loved your relationship with Semi in the movie.
Yeah, that was key.
Yeah, no, that was great, man.
Thank
joke
you.
you made calling him Jar Jar Binks. I thought that was comedy gold, man. I cracked right there.
that was improvised.
That was.
They were,
wow, that was awesome.
Like, Arsenio was just, well, his character Simi was being really just an asshole. He was calling me like, "You're like an American thug. You're like an American," and it kept piercing me because I'm like, "Ooh, I hate hearing that." And so I said what I said in the moment, and then after the scene was over, they yelled "cut," and Eddie said, "Slave from the future." And it made me proud. I was like, that was great because I was like, "Oh man, he's really hurt me like with those lines," and they were so mean. I'm like, American thug. What are you talking about? I just wanted to get Simi back because Simi, man, I've seen him play that character so well, and he's like just good at that character. Just
he's awesome.
Opportunistic, and Arsenio was amazing, man. Arsenio was so good, and he really wanted the movie to be like he was on his A game. He was so hands on with everything, and I love him, man. I think he's an amazing dude. He's so funny. He's one of the smartest guys I've ever spoken to. He's great. He's great.
Yeah.
So how was it seeing Eddie Murphy and like all those characters that are so iconic?
Man, that was like being a kid again. That was like being a kid again. Like we would do those impersonations at work.
Yeah.
All the time. Imagine getting to see him do it in person. Like,
yeah, that must have been.
I would have given anything to be there to see that in person.
Yeah. That's how I felt. I feel like I won the lottery. Like no one can. It was beautiful, dude. It was so beautiful. I forgot I was in a movie at one point. I forgot I had that job to do because he was in his element. He is so good, man. He's just so good and still inspires me, still motivates me.
Yeah. No, Eddie Murphy's work ethic is crazy. I heard he's gonna do stand-up again. Are you up for it? You gonna open for it?
I don't know.
Open up.
I have no idea.
That'd be crazy, man.
Do it. Do it.
I mean, who knows? I have no idea what he has in store, man. That's all up to him. Yeah. I hope. Man,
he's I
want to be there.
He's hyped for it. He's definitely hyped for it.
I want to be there for it. Like to me, like I want to watch him do it. I'd rather watch him perform. I want to see him on stage live. I've never seen him live. I think maybe I'll open up for him, do a set, and then run back in the audience and watch it.
That's the best way to do it. Open up and then get tickets.
Right. Yeah, I'm putting that on the universe. Open up for Eddie, run in the audience, go watch him. That'd be cooler than doing a movie with him, I think.
Yeah.
I think.
That's when it comes full circle. Do you think that?
I think so. Because that's the Eddie Murphy Raw. It was literally the moment where I decided to do entertainment. I wanted to do this full time. That was the moment. So to open up for him would be even more full circle. Doing the movie and being in scenes with him and coming to America, so full circle, very full circle. means a lot to me. But it would even be crazier if I got to open for him. I would be done. I'd probably like be done. I'd be like, all right, I'm good. Good.
Yeah.
I don't have to do this anymore. But I see myself doing this for a very long time. After seeing him work and reprise those characters and do this movie as well as he did it, made me realize I want to be doing this for a very long time.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You're on a roll, man. You're definitely on a roll. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Is there anybody else that you really wanted to work with and just haven't had the chance with? Like, as far as that?
Yeah. No one ever asked me that question, actually. I like that question.
And you've come to the right place. You've come to the right place.
Thank you, sir. It would have to be Nicolas Cage. It would have to be him.
Wait, which Nicolas Cage? The 95 to like 2002 Nicolas Cage?
No, I'm talking about The Rock, like Nicolas Cage.
That was like 95 to like 2002. That's when like
that had been 96, I think. Yeah, that movie means so much to me.
Yeah, I watched your premiere. You know, your Jimmy Fallon interview. You made a sequel.
Cage, man. I did. I wrote a sequel to The Rock when I was 11. That joke was.
The Rock is all time, man. All time. The
Yeah,
Rock Face Off, man. Yo, crazy.
Yeah. So me, it would be right. So it's definitely Nicolas Cage, and then it would be Regina King.
Oh, Regina King, yeah.
Yep. It would be
take your time, man.
Nicolas Cage of all time.
Give me at least 3 hints. I'll get you the actor's name. Give me at least 3 hints.
I'm trying to and Patrice O'Neal. Like
Patrice. Yeah. He was going way too soon, man.
Right. It'd be them 3. I've always wanted to work with them. You know, I open for Patrice. I guess that counts.
Yeah. Why not?
I guess that counts. So maybe I'll replace Patrice with
a little more happier one, not a sad one, man. Cause
that's not sad. Patrice
passed away, bro.
He did pass away.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You know, that ain't sad. It is sad that he passed away, but this is it'd be great. You know. Maybe Jason Mewes.
Oh,
that would be awesome.
Yo, Kevin Smith is doing another Clerks.
Good.
Call him up.
It'd be Regina King. It's such a weird list. Regina King, Nicolas Cage, and Jason Mewes.
All in one movie.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think they would kill all in one movie. That'd be great. But the reality is, like, those are the people that, you know, I'd watch them every day when I was a kid. You know, Clerks and Friday, Boondocks, and The Rock. Like those things always impacted me. But now, like, you know, there's a gang of like new, like, it's like there's a new crop of, like, you know, entertainers that are coming through that are just killing right now. Like I love Kaluuya. I love Lakeith. Sonoya Mizuno
is crazy. His range is ridiculous. Daniel Kaluuya. Crazy.
Yeah. Dominic Fishback is amazing. Like, and I got to work with all those guys and Judas, and they're wonderful people. They're amazing people, and that's why I think the movie was so great. The chemistry was there. We all loved each other. We all just hang out after the movie and just talk about how cold it was, how hungry we are. You know, just talking shit. It was dope, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
So I know you did. I don't know how many people know this, but you were one of the voice actors in BoJack Horseman. Pete, what's it called? Pete Repeat.
Pete Repeat.
So how was that? Like, I mean, are you trying to do that? Like, are you trying to do more of that?
Of course, man. I know BoJack is gone now, but yeah, that was fun. There was that was one of the first times I actually laughed out loud at like a script that was submitted to me. I just thought that's the humor. I just love that type of shit. It just made me laugh. What he said? He said, "Oh man, this prom sucks." You can say that again. I know. One of my favorite lines. I was like, "This is so funny and stupid." That was a fun one for me. That was the first like one of the first major like animated roles I got. So I appreciate that opportunity a lot. But animation has always been important to me since I was young, since Doug.
Yeah.
Oh man, dog.
Doug and the oblongs, Doug, and
Oh, man.
yeah. What was the other one I watched all the time? There was a
Rugrats.
joint. Rugrats was dope. But there was some MTV ones like Three South and Daria, like MTV, like Beavis and Butthead.
Daria was ahead of her time, man. That show was awesome.
Definitely, they're bringing it back, thank God. So that's good. But yeah, I love animation. I've always enjoyed anime. And Rick and Morty right now is my favorite thing. I've been going back and watching all the previous seasons. I love what they're doing.
Yes,
Do you see yourself doing something in animation, like Disney, Pixar, or something?
There's a Fox.
DreamWorks.
There's a Fox show I'm developing right now. And
Are we getting a scoop? Are we getting a scoop?
It's on deadline, so no. It's already out there. So that's fun. I'm having a good time doing that. It's been very therapeutic too. So I'm having an awesome time working on that show. But yeah, everything's in development right now, and they'll probably be ready to go. When the time is right.
That's awesome.
Cool. How does Netflix work, by the way? Are you still like, you did BoJack? Are you still maybe under contract with them? Maybe future films or?
What are you, my fucking accountant?
No, I'm just saying.
No,
because Netflix is so huge, they're doing everything right now. Movies after movies every week, man.
I know what you mean, man. I don't have a contract with Netflix or BoJack anymore. Not at all. There's no.
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing like that. Yeah, I think they ask me to do something when they ask me, and I show up, do it, go home. Yeah. So
that's maybe where I was getting at. Not like, yo, you still work for Netflix or
no, I'm off the floors. No, no deal or anything over there. No, just kind of free to do anything I want to do and go where I want to go.
That's awesome. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, man. So I heard you have a twin brother, right?
Yes.
Does your twin brother ever get stopped now thinking it's you? Your role?
No, when we were kids, we were definitely twins, and we looked like twins because we dressed alike. And then when we got a little older, we started to look like just brothers, but not like identical. We're fraternal. Like we for some reason people did confuse us when we were kids, but like we were fraternal twins. Like, but for some reason they didn't care and they would still like see us the same. But now we look completely different. Jerome got a big old beard and he got waves. Handsome dude. And we just look different now. Maybe we have some features that are the same, like cheekbones, but Jerome favors my dad more than I do, and I favor more of my mother. Yeah.
Cool. So what's next? What's next for you? What are you trying to do?
I raise my kids. That's next. That's the main focus. Work on being a dad. And that's really all I care about right now.
How old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking? Boy, girl?
Boy, girl, 3 and 1.
3 and 1. Mm-hmm. Wow. How's that? I mean,
it's awesome, man.
Yeah, I got a daughter myself. I got a 9-year-old. That's a handful, but
that's different. That's different. My kid's not in school yet. They will be soon. However, it's been great. It's been really cool. I get to spend every day with them. They're funny. They cause me zero stress, and I love them to death. I love them. So I think the quarantine was pretty cool. I got to witness all the small things in their lives, and not hear about them like I used to before the quarantine. Like, oh my God, she did this. Like, I was so happy I got to see my son eat his first Cheeto.
Wow.
And that's really cool to me. That's really cool. That's what I'm worried about right now. Like all the career stuff, that's gonna be fine. Like no matter what, I'm gonna be fine. I just care about raising really, 2 awesome people who are going to, grow up to be even more awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome, man. That's all that matters, man. Family.
That's what it's all about. Everything. That's what it's all about.
It's true.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy to think that you're a dad now from when we first met to now.
You're not the only one who said that, because I say that all the time. I was the first person in my friend group to have a child, and when people heard that, they started to laugh, and I understand. I understand. Like I didn't think I'd be the first person to have kids when I was, you know, I didn't think. I just didn't think at all. I love kids. I definitely wanted kids, but I didn't think I'd be the first one. That's so weird. So it is crazy. I understand.
So I know how I reacted when I found out I was having a daughter. How did you react? Like when you first found out you were having your first kid, you know, like when you got. What
I
was
was
that like?
excited. I was legit excited. There was no. What helped was that I knew I was pretty financially stable. That helped. I also definitely knew I was going to have kids one day, just didn't know when. And I didn't feel any anxiety or any panic about who I'd be raising a kid with, you know? So all that kind of gave me some peace. I just had to make sure, you know, my partner was uh, okay. And in the beginning, it was really tough. It was hard because my mom was sick, and I wasn't there emotionally as much as I could have been, but I was just exhausted. Like I was just exhausted. I was working on Superior Donuts. That was a show that was on for like 2 seasons, and I was juggling that, mom, uh, so much, and I probably could have been a better support to her. But at the time, I was just figuring everything out. You know, you make mistakes, but you just learn from them, and you make sure you be the better person that you were the day before, and that's all that matters. So, yeah, but the kids were a blessing. Like, you know, my daughters came right on time. She was so necessary, and I don't take I I love that, man. I love her. I love her so much.
Yeah, the time was right, man. The time was right.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason, you know.
Oh, definitely, definitely, dude, definitely.
Yeah.
So how was it working on Judah and the Black Messiah? That movie was amazing, and to see you in a more like serious role, like not comedy.
Yeah, I was serious, man. I was so serious. I was. After coming to America, I wanted to find more dramatic roles. I wanted to kind of challenge myself, and I asked my friends over at the Judas and the Black Messiah production if they had any more roles left, and they said they had one left. It's not a big role, and I was like, "Well, there are no small roles in this movie. Everything's important."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they said, "Well, Mark Clark," and I was like, "Whew, wow, okay, all right, I'll do it. I'll do Mark Clark." But that was a heavy assignment. It was
Yeah, that scene
wasn't
was freaking
Yeah.
nuts.
it wasn't easy, but we all got through it. I attribute my castmates for being so awesome and just great people to be around during all that stuff, because you know it wasn't easy.
Yeah, I mean the change of pace between a comedy like Coming to America and then Judah and the Black Messiah, it's like ridiculous.
Night and day.
Yeah.
Definitely, and I love that. I like to mix it up. I want to, so that's the goal, is to find more, you know, just a balance.
Would you ever do a horror
I'm sure
movie?
you wanted Eddie Murphy in behind you in Judah and Black Messiah to lighten
Wait,
up the mood or something.
What's up, Tully?
I'm sure you wanted like Eddie Murphy and behind you in Judah and the Black Messiah to lighten up the mood or something.
Oh no, it was funny because I didn't feel funny. I didn't feel funny. Like coming to America, my best friend just died, and yeah, and so I didn't feel funny. Like I had an obligation to do the movie, and it's probably why I did the role the way I did it. It wasn't goofy. I played it pretty straight, and I'm proud of the way I played it, because I think my job was to ground the movie.
Yeah.
And, you know, bring some gravity to the, you know, those lines. And a lot of the stuff I was saying was I was channeling a lot of frustration with, you know, my friend passing away, and doing Judas and the Black Messiah was necessary because I just I wanted to get all that shit out. I wanted to get it all out. That was the mood I was in. I felt dark. I felt I was in a dark place, man. And it wasn't easy in a lot of ways. But I love that shit. Like I love getting I don't want to hide how I feel. I've never been that way. I like to just embrace it in whatever I do. Any piece of art that I'm working on, I like to embrace what I'm feeling. I don't want to run away from it.
Yeah.
Right.
Appreciate you.
Do you feel like that movie helped you out, like as far as emotionally? Like, do you feel like that the Black Messiah actually helped you out after you were done?
It was a good release. Like what I took away from the movie was I learned a little bit more about Fred and Mark Clark and the Panthers in Chicago. I took away a gang of talented actors that I admire. As far as doing the movie on a creative level, I think I felt that challenge I was looking for. Like I told you, like I just wanted to be challenged, and I felt that challenge, and I felt like I rose to it, and I wanted to prove something to myself. I felt pretty proud. I was really proud to do that. I felt really proud.
Yeah, it showed, man. It's a powerful movie.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Jermaine Fowler for you guys.
Yeah.
So, anybody got anything else they want to add? Jermaine, do you have anything you would like to promote or say to the audience?
I'll just say, hey, everybody, thanks for watching this episode. I appreciate it so much, and I hope you're having a great day. If you're not, I hope it gets better, and have an awesome. When's this come out?
It'll come out.
About on the 19th.
19th, yeah.
Okay, 19th. Have a great weekend.
Hype it up.
Well, we really appreciate you doing this, Jermaine.
Yeah.
Take some time out of your day to do our small nothing podcast.
Please, man.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
It was an easy yes.
Definitely appreciate the time, man.
Thank you, bro.
Anytime, y'all. Thank you.
All right, guys. Peace out, all right?
Thank you very much.
All right.